How do you differentiate between someone being nice and someone flirting with you? Usually years later and with regret. Why you gotta attack me like that? You realize it in the shower. See how they act towards other people. If they act in the same friendly way to other men/women, then they are probably also just being nice to you. This is a real answer. Everyone flirts differently. Sometimes you just gotta make a judgment call. Everyone flirts differently. Some people don't even flirt. You need to keep that in mind too. If possible, see if they are intensifying the flirting over time. If they are interested in you, then they might try to be more insistent as time passes. If not, they might only be a nice person who sounds flirty when they are being nice. I have a friend who asks out nearly every girl that even smiles at him. I don't know how he does it. I have to talk to someone quite a few times before I feel comfortable. Lad, he gets laid a lot, which was his goal. The more stones you throw, the more birds you hit. Very difficult to say. For example, you could have a girl putting all sorts of body parts into your mouth and taking an interest in your daily routine, but then you suggest they were flirting, and they are all, "I'm your dental hygienist and you've been warned about this already." As a guy, I have to say I always assume they are just being nice in fear of them not actually being flirting. Yup, the fear of assuming incorrectly is too great. When I was single, a woman would have to be insanely overt for me to actually believe she was interested. I think it's a lot of guys aren't used to being hit on. If a woman was so upfront with me for me to be able to definitely tell it was flirting, my first response would be to tell her she couldn't get my kidneys. If they are touching their/your hair, it's probably flirting. If it's their pubic hair, it's definitely flirting. If it's their pubic hair, it's definitely flirting. Or, that guy on the subway likes me. Holla up. Also, if they deliberately make an effort to touch you, especially repeatedly, this is one you have to first see. If the person is overly friendly first, as I do, have a close friend that does this, but I know she's not flirting with me. But a normal person grabbing your arm and looking you dead in the eye while they make a point. Flirt. Think about how much effort it would take you to actually go ahead and do this to somebody you are interested in. Think about how much effort it would take you to actually go ahead and do this to somebody you are interested in. Well, I would just burst in fire. Flirt back. If their flirting increases in frequency or intensity, they were flirting. If they pull back, they were just being nice. Stop your flirting, and it's all good. Issue #2. How do you flirt? I always assumed it was to be genuinely nice to the person, and I try to make my intentions known, but I'm always declined by the "you're like a brother to me" line. Being nice is what a friend does. If you want to flirt, be nice, but also try dropping compliments. Maybe the occasional innuendo. Be tasteful about it though. Also, try getting physically closer, not too close. More intense eye contact, but not too intense. If they don't reciprocate, dial it back to just being friendly. I know it seems vague, but through practice you'll work out where the line is, even though that line will change from person to person. The biggest point, though, be graceful in rejection. Word spreads fast if you're a prick. Word also spreads quick if you're a genuinely good person, and people respond well to that. This is just my 2 cents. It has worked well for me, but it isn't foolproof, and I've had my fair share of rejections. Edit, for clarity. If they laugh at every joke you make, maybe even a little too hard, unless you're verifiably hilarious, I'd say that's a strong sign. Also, pay attention to their body movement. Do they get a little closer, angle towards you, raise their eyebrows when they see you? All strong indicators. What if they angle towards me and fart every time I tell a joke? You're in. If they are working, it's not flirting. However, if they are working for a tip, it may be flirting, but it's only because they want a good tip. Yeah, if they are working, then just ignore it all to be safe. If you leave your phone number and they actually contact you, then you know it was real flirting. But I've never left my number, so I'm not sure how this would work out. Probably terrible, so yeah. See, I went back twice a week for 3 weeks. Every time I went, she sat me by her waitress station and came and talked to me. That's when I was sure and asked. Got married to her. Now divorced after 8 years. But hey, I was right, she was flirting. I love a happy ending. Me too. Know any good matters is? The best way is to demand they reveal if they're flirting or not. Aggressively pursue them until they answer. Maybe start hitting yourself in the stomach to show dominance. Never break eye contact. I heard that T-posing is the best way to show dominance. Jesus. Too far, man. That's too far. Okay dude. I'll just punch my stomach then. Then gauge her reaction. It will hopefully be love and tenderness. I literally can't tell. I have no idea how I managed to get married. Me too. IDK how she's with me. If I break up or whatever, I'll probably move to some remote Japanese mountain and become a monk. You don't. You just reject any notion that you could possibly be attractive to this person and just laugh off everything they say. Go home and cry yourself to sleep because deep down in your heart you know no one will ever love you, so it's easier to just push away any opportunity to move on. I see you also have a healthy daily routine. It's why I'll likely live to be 113. I would honestly say it's body language. There's a different feeling. Hard to put into words. People are closer to you then. Lean forward a bit more. Laugh more and all. There's no coming closer when you're simply being nice. There may be exceptions, but as a general rule I would say it works. The other question is that just a normal flirty behavior for them, which can be the case pretty often, or is the person interested in something else? Body language and circumstances. Not, I can't tell. Edit. It's probably because nobody has ever flirted with me, I think. I'm sure someone has, but we are just missing all the signs right. To go off of this, a girl in my complex that I have seen plenty of times while walking my dog has come to say hi and see my puppy. I've seen her multiple times over the year I've been in this complex. I never asked for her number because I thought she had a boyfriend and wouldn't be interested in me at all. I'm fat. She is fit. Well, on 4th of July my plans bailed on me and I was walking Lulu, and after passing her apartment she opened her door and yelled out, "Hey wait, I wanna see Lulu." So she ran down, booty shorts and tank top, busty girl, and she petted my puppy and chatted with me, asking what I was doing, and we both had cancelled plans. Well, I took this moment and built the courage and asked for her number. I got it. So I texted her a few times over the next couple days, and Saturday we talked on the phone for like 2 hours. Last night she came over and I cooked dinner, we watched a movie and talked a bit. Then I walked her home. She said to me she doesn't want a boyfriend for she is figuring herself out, which I replied that's fine, and I said I'm flattered you would consider me, and she giggled. Anyway, her randomly coming down to see my dog, which she has her own, and giving me her number, us talking and coming over for dinner. I mean, it's only been a few days, but would you take these actions being interested or kind? I even admitted to her she is gorgeous, and she intimates me lol. Any suggestions on my next steps, or just take my time? She is gorgeous, well educated, and happily same age as me, 32, so IDK. I'm trying to diet and get healthier, so that's my weakest part of me is my looks. Don't just try diet, go to the gym too, and maybe pick up some grooming and hygiene tips to help improve your general image. To me it usually feels pretty clear cut. I'm straight woman if it matters. Guys use a certain tone when they are trying to flirt seriously. I find it hard to misinterpret in my personal experience. Not saying I'm some kind of savant at reading people. I think maybe guys are more direct and open with their intentions than women. But I've never experienced a woman flirting with me, so IDK winky face. Guy here, and perhaps I'm the black sheep, but I've been subconsciously trained by anxiety to completely hide any sign of attraction I feel towards someone else. Perhaps it's out of fear of rejection, perhaps it's not wanting to make someone uncomfortable, but I can say with certainty I'm most definitely not direct and open. My being nice definitely won't be misinterpreted as flirting, but my flirting will absolutely be misinterpreted as just being nice. Also, guy here, let me give you a pro tip. Hide all your emotions and nobody will have no clue. Men, if women laugh at your lame attempts at humor, they are usually into you. Or they could be laughing at your lame attempt. There's really no telling sometimes. In my experience, women will dramatically fish for compliments. Oh, I look horrible today. I'm so fat, etc. To get you to say something nice to them. I've missed out on many girls because I didn't just directly say I like you, wanna go out? Women, no idea, see if they got a chub when talking to you.